Hello, hello. Okay, so I am working on a market analysis for a property. The property is actually next door to a house that I listed last spring and last summer. And so they called saying, "Hey, we want to sell our house." That's how the conversation started out. "We want to sell our house, and you sold the house next door, and the agent or the seller talked really highly about you and your services and everything that goes into listing a home and getting it sold." So, come to find out, they actually already have it on the market and have done it as for sale by owner. so, so that's what I'm working on right now. And as I am going through this, I just have a million thoughts running through my head that I think this is very, very, very typical because when he called me, the number one thing and the first thing they said is, "We feel okay about our price, but lots of people say that we're underpriced." And now that I'm looking at the numbers and I'm looking at the details and the back end information, I actually think they're overpriced. And here's another key indicator. They put it on KSL, which is our local home listing place, also on Facebook Marketplace, also on Zillow. So they use these three mediums to list the property. And in each of these places, they've had like two showings and the rest have been calls from realtors. Now, in this market, even on for sale by owner, people are getting lots of showings. So that was an indicator to me automatically that something else just isn't right, because even agents are scouring for sell by owners, trying to find properties for buyers to make offers on and to be able to see and have it be a good thing. So anyway, that's one of the things. But the other thing I thought, you know what, why don't I just screen record this information and kind of talk through the thoughts in my head so that you guys can see a little bit of what goes into listing a property. So I'm going to, let me move this just a little bit, because number one is they said, "Okay, we feel okay about our pictures." And I agree, the front is nice. But then you go into each of the individual pictures on the property and it just gets really choppy. There is a psychology to how you take photos and how you present photos online when you sell a home. That's probably the first thing that stands out to me. And because that's the first thing that stands out to me, and I'm not even trying to buy the house, how many other people who are interested in the property are having the same thought process and emotion and feeling? And they might not even consciously connect that, like, oh, it feels choppy and I don't know where I'm at in the house. So just scrolling through here, we know where the front door is. I'm not sure where the kitchen is in relation to the house. I do see the dining room in the background, also the backyard. I happen to know, because I already listed the house, that this backyard is very wooded and sits on a canal, which is a great feature. But somebody's not going to know that just from looking at these pictures that have been posted online. So that's number one. Now, another thing that he mentioned is all the agents that are calling him on Zillow, or sorry, not on Zillow, calling him for his for sell by owner, trying to get the listing, have said, "We include professional photography and videography." And that's kind of like the big thing to include right now. And you guys, if you're not including professional photography, I question if you are a professional listing agent, because it is one of the easiest things you can do for your listings that will make a huge impact and really help listings to move. Photographers who do listing photography, specifically real estate photography, are trained in how to capture the angles of the room to be able to link them together appropriately. Also the lighting and how to get everything to shadow perfectly and really present well. So, but that's, every listing agent should be including that, right? So that's not really a huge specialty. And so the things that I was able to go in and talk about is that, number two, yeah, I'm going to include that. I'm also going to include a stager to be able to to be able to come in and help them know exactly how and where to position their furniture, and if there's other small things that they can do. Because again, my expertise is selling real estate. It is the marketing portion of it. It is the negotiation portion of it. That's where 90% of my value comes in. And that's where we ended up having the conversation, is that 10% of my value is setting a price, guiding them through why we set that price. And then next, so only 10% of my value really is going to be setting the price and the photography, because that's what every real estate agent can do. So 90%, that means 90 other percent of selling a house has to come from somewhere. And that is the key point of the details. Okay. That's where the details come in. That's where we're going to make sure we have the professional photographer, but not only that, that the photos are going to be taken from the right angles to be stitched perfectly so that somebody can have a true virtual experience of walking through that home. So that when they come to that house, then they're going to go, oh, this feels familiar. And they're going to be able to look at it. Number two is in marketing that property. I am going to get it out to the masses, but I am going to target people who are looking for homes specifically through the ads that I run. I spend money. I spend money on those ads. I don't just put it on the MLS, and I don't just put it on, a Facebook page. I'm going to push those things out. Same thing with the videography. I'm going to tag everything and make sure that it's tagged correctly so that it can be picked up now by Google searches and other online searches that people are doing. Number three is going to come down to negotiation. When we start receiving offers, or if we don't receive offers, I need to navigate that pathway, right? When we do receive offers, though, I'm going to be able to help you know that A, it's a strong offer, yes or no. B, how can we negotiate to make it a stronger offer? Because if an offer comes in and it's not very strong, we question the intention of the buyer, especially in this market. Where things are selling very quickly. So these are just a couple of the things that we went into discussion on. And in the end, that's the thing that he said, yeah, I think we need to meet with you and discuss the possibility of listing the property, because those are the unknowns that sellers don't understand behind the scenes. The other thing that we talked about is just knowing, are you in an inspection going to fix every single thing they ask for just because they asked for it? Maybe, maybe not. Are they warranted? Maybe, maybe not. That's where I, again, can come in and help to provide some guidance in those things. So as real estate agents, we really need to start educating people that I'm going to be with you side by side, guiding this process. My job is to sell your home, but only 10% of that is the pricing and the professional photography and videography. The other 90% of that, which is the critical portion of that, is the guidance and it's the negotiation ability. And those are the things that are going to help us get from listed to sold and get through to that point smoothly. Providing that guidance is priceless. When you don't sell a home day in and day out, you're always going to question and wonder, am I doing the right thing? Am I guiding the right way? Am I giving away too much? Am I priced too high? Am I priced too low? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I hope some of this information helps. As always, feel free to reach out to me. We do provide a free listing review to take a look at your listings and see where things can be improved. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly and we'll see what we can help you with. Have a great day.